So we're going to be learning how to print with this woodblock stamp, and we're going to be using this Versatex paint, which you can get at Dharma Trading, and we used to use these empty foam pads that you can get, but I find that just some regular foam in a Tupperware container works a lot nicer. So you're going to start off by getting the paint you need on here, spreading it around evenly, about as big as your stamp is going to be. Now keep in mind that after you print it on the cloth, it's going to have to be ironed to heat seal it, or else it'll come off in the wash. So you get it on your stamp, and you have to make sure that it's even. There's no parts that have more or less, and it shouldn't be in any of the cracks. It shouldn't be gloppy. So test it on a sheet of paper, and we're using this yoga mat underneath it to give it some nice background texture that makes it look a lot more natural. And just use even pressure. Try not to let it slide. It's going to look weird. And pick it up. There's your stamp.
Beautiful. Alright, you want to do some with some fabric?
Mm-hmm. So, here's the fabric we're using.
Maybe a little less paint this time.
Yeah.
Just kind of pat it.
Mm-hmm. Get it all over everywhere. That should be good. So you set it down and press firmly. Be sure to get it evenly. Lift. There it is.
Beautiful.
Stamp.
Okay, so this is another way to get the ink on the block. Just get a little sponge or a little piece of foam and some of your printing ink. And you don't want to get it really gloppy. You want to kind of get some on there and then sort of pounce it off so that it's not super sticky. And then just gently go all over the block, making sure you get everything, but again, not gloppy. Not too much, not too little. There's just right there. You want to get it in the detail. You just don't want to get so much in there that you don't see your letters. And see if you can see that like that in profile, that it's sort of like a beaded surface. Alright, and then when you go to print it, just put it right on your surface, place it, gently press it. I have a yoga mat under here for some cushion to get a little bit more detail. You could use anything like a towel. And then peel it up, and you get a great print. So after each session, it's really important to wash it. I use a little scrub brush like this to get in the cracks and crevices. And you don't want to be too aggressive with it because you could damage the rubber. But if you don't wash it, soon, then the paint will dry in the cracks and it will, not make your next print very good. So you got to wash it every time, and don't soak it, in water, because then you'll find that the water's going to get in between the rubber and the wood, and it's going to make the rubber peel off of the wood. So just wash it gently, with a little brush like this. Get all the paint out of it. Warm water. Keep it nice and clean, gentle. And when you're all done, you want to dry it with a paper towel or a rag and just kind of double check that you got all the paint out of it. See, I think I got it all out. Because otherwise you get paint in these little tiny details, and then you end up basically not having those letters anymore. And you really don't want to ever soak it in water, like say you're going to clean it later, and just leave it in a sink full of water, because that'll just ruin the adhesion and the wood. Okay, that's it.